Hey guys, it's Kerry Creation, and we're doing another special character art video this week for my side project that's coming up. I am really excited to keep showing you guys parts of this as little, previews and spoilers or whatever, so I really hope you're enjoying it. Here's the trailer. Alright, so now that you've seen that little 10-second trailer, let's get straight into the drawing. So this character is for one of the other players who will be playing Victor Graves, and he is a lawman in the Weird West. I'm not really sure how his character's going to play out yet, we haven't really explored it a lot, but he has a mysterious past and a mysterious job and lots of mystery, but he is very devoted to his work, let's say, which is a small spoiler for the most part, hunting down and covering up all the weird occurrences that may be happening in the game. Now at this point I just want to point out I really hate drawing hats. I find them so difficult. It comes together in the end, but like, as far as this, I sat here with the sketch being like, oh, I hate this so much. But I think he comes together. I'm pretty happy with how he turns out, and I know I don't really draw a lot of male characters, so it's been really good practice to get to draw a couple of more masculine characters, such as Graves, and next week's character is also a male, so look forward to that when it comes up. A couple of things to know about Graves. He is a avid enjoyer of cigarettes because it's the 19 whatevers in the Weird West, and that's just, a manly thing to do. So it also ties into his backstory, which I won't talk too much about because I don't want to ruin too much of the surprise for him, but it ties into his background, so look forward to that as well. He is, I don't want to say sickly, he's not sickly, but he does have an illness as one of his hindrances, so that'll be really fun to play out, especially with his traveling companions who may or may not be flaring up his symptoms from time to time, so we'll see how that all works out for him. I like with my own character, for these other two characters that I will be drawing, Victor this week and the next character next week, I really hope they survive long enough for their stories to come to light a little bit, because the Deadlands system that we're going to be using is quite dangerous, and that's really exciting for me, but it's also terrifying because we work really hard to make our characters, if you're anything like me, you really adore your character and you care a lot about them. You do horrible things to them, but you care a lot about them. So the idea of them just being gone forever and having to start over, it's a bit scary, but it's exciting too, and it makes you take it a little bit more seriously, I think. So I'm really excited for this new system that we're going to be playing. I was really lucky here. The player who is going to be playing Graves is very supportive of my art, and was also more than happy for me to take some liberty with designing him. The biggest things that were important was the outfit specifically. He wears this really nice clean-cut black suit, but I didn't want it to be just all black and boring, so we put a little bit of effort into adding some more tones, but he is referred to as a man in black. No relation. But, I mean, maybe there's relation. I don't really know. Maybe. But we'll see. But yeah, he wanted him to be in a crisp dark suit. He wanted him to be a little bit chiseled with a bit more squarer face, and in general just looking like an old west. And honestly, at this point, he gives me kind of Clint Eastwood vibes. I don't know, I don't watch a lot of westerns, I don't really watch Clint Eastwood, but it just, that's the vibes that I get. As someone with no reference and no frame of reference for that, it's the vibes. So I got the base colors down, and like I said, I wanted it to be really dark like a Man in Black, but I didn't want to go straight black because, you know, it just isn't as interesting aesthetically, so we wanted to be able to show shades and highlights and things like that in it. I then went through and made sure that, you know, this man's in his, like, I think like mid to late 30s or something like that, and in the Weird West that should make, like, it makes you a little bit more like born, like you've seen things, he's seen things, you know. So I wanted to go through with this base layer of shading and just really hollow out the eyes a little bit so that the shadows would bring it out even more. So I go through with the shadows now and just put those in where they feel right, kind of covering up his eyes to give that little bit of edge of mystery, things like that. And I'm so happy with how all of these characters turned out, but especially Graves, I feel like turned out exactly how I pictured him. So I was really, really happy when the player for Graves was like, perfect, great, love it. And that was just very, very gratifying for me. So yeah, it's just been it's been a good time just getting to draw these characters, getting to work on this project. So I'm getting really excited for this project, and hopefully soon I will be able to give like an estimated time frame for when that will start going public and being live. So keep an eye out for that. I mean, it won't happen until after all of these little character arts and things like that are done, and then, you know, maybe in the future there'll be more character arts, things like that. It will be hopefully a fairly, I guess, long-running project. So there's a lot of things to look out for in the future for this, and a lot that I'm going to be working on for this project. So I'm really excited about that. But when I got to this point, there was like, it felt like there was something missing. So of course we added in like the manly stubble, things like that. I'm really happy with how that turned out and how it like rounds out his face and makes it just fits more for me. I don't know how to explain it, but I think it just really brings his character together. And then I go back in and I was like, well, he's meant to be a little bit ailing, so we're gonna add in these like, you know, so I guess like sunspots, age spots, whatever you want to call them, to really like concentrating around his eyes, but a couple more on his cheeks and things like that, because I think it really added the texture to this character that he needed. But in the meantime, this is Graves, this is how he looks. I am really happy with how he turned out. So if you liked the video, please put a like on it. If you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. And I will see you guys next week with the next character art. Bye!